Who's the gold digger in your family? My brother Liam was getting married to this girl, Sasha, and everyone was acting like she was some kind of angel. The whole family was gushing over her during Sunday dinners, talking about how sweet she was and how lucky Liam was. But I saw right through her fake smile from day one. Sasha would act all innocent and loving when everyone was around, but the second people turned away, she'd make these cutting remarks under her breath. Like when my mom was showing her old family photos, Sasha whispered to me, "God, I hope our kids don't get those genes." Or when Liam went to the bathroom at a restaurant, she'd roll her eyes and say stuff like, "He's so clingy, always wanting to hold my hand." I kept my mouth shut for months because nobody would believe me. Liam was head over heels, already talking about buying a house and having kids, but something in my gut told me she was playing a long game. The breakthrough came through pure luck. I had this friend Emma from college who'd moved to Portland, and she randomly texted me screenshots one night. Turns out she was friends with Sasha's ex-boyfriend Jake, and he'd been showing people these messages Sasha had been sending him. The texts were disgusting. She was literally bragging about how she was about to secure the bag by marrying my brother. She called him financially stable but boring, and said she was planning to stick it out for maybe 3 years before filing for divorce and taking half his money. She even joked about already having divorce lawyers picked out. I screenshotted everything Emma sent me, my hands shaking the whole time. But when I thought about showing Liam, I chickened out. What if he thought I was jealous? What if he accused me of making it up because I didn't like his girlfriend? 2 weeks before the wedding, everything exploded. Sasha had her bachelorette party in Vegas, and photos started popping up all over social media. In most of them, she was just drinking and dancing with her friends. But then someone posted a video to their story that made my blood run cold. Sasha was making out with some random guy at a club, full tongue action, hands all over each other. She was wearing her stupid bride-to-be sash while doing it. The video got shared around until it reached one of Liam's friends, who sent it to him immediately. I was at home when Liam called me, and I could barely understand him through his crying. He begged me to come over, saying he needed someone to talk to. When I got to his apartment, he showed me the video with shaking hands. "I don't know what to do," he kept saying. "Maybe it's not what it looks like. Maybe she was just drunk." That's when I knew I had to show him the screenshots. I pulled out my phone and handed it over without saying a word. His face went through about 5 different emotions as he read through Sasha's messages to her ex. The worst part was watching him realize that the woman he thought loved him had been planning to destroy his life from the very beginning. He was so angry, he threw his phone against the wall. Then he started pacing around the apartment, muttering about calling off the wedding. But by morning, he'd somehow convinced himself that maybe the screenshots were fake or taken out of context. "I need to talk to her first," he said. "Give her a chance to explain." The next morning was supposed to be their wedding day. Liam went to the hotel where Sasha was getting ready, and I waited by my phone like a nervous wreck. About an hour later, he called me back, and his voice was completely different. "She called me David," he said quietly. "What?" When I walked into her room, she was stressed about her makeup or whatever, and she turned around and said, "David, thank God you're here." She called me David. That's her ex's name. That was the moment when everything clicked for Liam. All her lies, all her manipulation, it finally made sense. When he confronted her about the video and the text messages, she tried to play innocent at first, but when she realized he had actual proof, she completely dropped the act. She started screaming about how he was boring and how she deserved better, how his family was weird, and how she'd been doing him a favor by even dating him. She literally said, "You should be grateful I was willing to marry you at all." Liam walked out of that hotel room and never looked back. He had to call 150 wedding guests 2 hours before the ceremony to tell them it was canceled. The whole thing was a disaster, but at least he found out who she really was before signing any legal papers.